See what happens with this guy, if he comes back or not. I bought more protein, but than this. Oh, I did. It's over there. Okay. So, I hope you guys can believe me. I'm going to tell you something that is going to be hard to believe. But hopefully if you've been following the channel long enough, you'll know it's not hard to believe at all. So I'm standing here looking up at the stars. You won't be able to see it. Hello, this is my beautiful face. Hello, everybody. And I was sitting in the tent. It was cold, but I learned for the first time in a long time, I decided to zip up my fucking sleeping bags and stuff my sleeping bags into each other. And now I'm not cold at all. It's fine. But it's 19 degrees. It's gonna get much colder very soon. It's like in 1 month it's gonna be negatives. And it's gonna be negative for 3 months. Where you wake up in the middle of the day and it's negative 5 degrees. And then you go to bed and it's negative 11 degrees. That's gonna be happening. So, okay, the guy is gone. Guess what? So I'm sitting here in just a random ass dirt lot deep in the forest. Far away, the name happens to be the same. The name of the street happens to be the same last name as my ex. That I made those songs about, Bonnie and Clyde in Hawaii. And my new boss, the executive director of the place that I'm working at, I don't know. Her first name is the same first name as my ex. So when I left the evil Mr. Crow, I wound up just like how I would be in the gutter in Miami. And my ex would call me and say that God told her to call me. Just like I had a horrible experience with Mr. Crow. And now I'm working for someone with the same name as her. Living on the same street as her name. But I ordered Walmart with my food stamps. I spent $100 just on like snacks and protein. And I'm just gonna eat a small bit of snacks every day with my protein bars. So but it was because I was being spammed by an extra dimensional force. Let me see where I am. Spammed by an extra dimensional force telling me to get the Walmart delivery. And when I got the Walmart delivery, they said, wait, don't do it now. Do it in an hour and a half. So I did it in an hour and a half. And then I didn't get a single driver for an hour. So I was like, this isn't happening. I'm like halfway falling asleep, but they're going, don't go to sleep, don't go to sleep. So then I come out here, and then the guy shows up, and the first thing he says to me is, I really love animals. I was like, hey, I tried to make it as less creepy as possible. He's like, oh, I play banjo in the woods, it's fine. People think that's creepy. And I was like, oh, turns out the guy has 100 acres, 10 miles from here. We get to talking, and then God, or the universe, the aliens say, keep staring up at the sky. And just keep the conversation going. So I'm listening to him talk. He starts going off about how he did DMT, and it kind of ruined his life, because he doesn't know what to do anymore, because he met entities. And I'm trying to explain to him, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, well, a psychic told me it's because I have Rh negative blood. I said, yep, both sides of my family have it, but I think I have O positive or something. But it's a big thing. And then just going back and forth shooting the shit, and just the intention is that you have to keep looking up. So, the trail, I'm looking up at the sky. The guy is talking about DMT and aliens and stuff. And I'm telling him about he knows about the Higgs boson. He knows about this stuff. He was in the army, he was in the military, and we're just talking about it, and then finally I shot for a second, and then bam, big, slow moving right above the trees, big ass fucking alien, UFO. Doesn't look like a ship, looks like just a creature, like a flying creature. But it's the same thing that I've been seeing for a while when I asked for shooting stars. It was just way too close to me. So I said, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? And then he jolts, and then he looks over this way, and he's like, what the hell? And then he saw another one. So they circled us. So I was like, that's fucking cool. And then he was talking about how he had stumbled upon technology that was able to call UFOs. And I was like, well, I hope that you know by now that this is not just a random occurrence, and that UFO that you accidentally caught with your military technology was not a straggler that called to your signal. It's just something that's been around us our whole lives. And then he suddenly had to go. So I was like, okay. I mean, you did just open with, I have 100 acres that I just have sitting there with nothing on it. And it's only 10 miles from here. I don't want to just take that from you. I don't want to just like live in your 100 thing here. But I started to virtue signal about like, yeah, I really help homeless people, and I work to build community showers, and I'm talking and advocating for people because I feel like this way of life is special. Because look what we just saw. We literally just saw 2 aliens or ships revealing themselves to us. Obviously this isn't a coincidence, and I really wanted to work on eco-villages and making a change and making life better for people and making my music. But I don't know what. Okay, I just saw bright eyes in the woods staring at me, and did not reflect off my phone. It was just a bright light. It's a fucking 100-foot drop. There's nothing out there, so that must have been the ship or something. So I really wish when I have these situations like this, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to say. How was I supposed to say, like, told him I've been homeless for 11 years. And I told him about some of my traumas and stuff. I don't know how to express that, like, God brought you here and you told me you have 100 acres you don't do anything with because it lines up with what I want. Could I please, like, try to make something happen, make your life better somehow? And we can move forward, because we obviously, if we met each other, we have aligned goals and dreams. When the student is ready, the teacher appears, and this guy drove 45 minutes to this random place deep out in the forest, met me, and I took him further into the woods and introduced him to the idea that he's always been watched by aliens his entire life because we have the same blood. But then the guy was just like, I have to go. Goodbye. How the fuck, like, I know that my motto is make it happen by any means. How the fuck am I supposed to, like... So that's why I say I just need a couple $100,000 and then everything's golden. But I'm young and it needs to happen in a time frame. Like, I need to have some financial abundance. But then I'm like, well, it kind of is better. It kind of is better that... And I hope the police are watching this. That guy showed up, said he was in the military, he's a veteran. Big man. Turns out we have the same alien blood. The guy goes off about how he just woke up to his spirituality. And then in my head, the aliens are going, tell him that you're a polar bear spirit. Tell him that the polar bears follow you and your dad. Tell him that it's Ascended Masters and you came back here because you're like King's Cross Station, the KCC. You bring everybody from one stage of their life and you bring them to the next, and they're judged by how they interacted with you. Tell him. But I'm like, that's too much. But then he goes, I just did DMT and I've met an entity. And then they're like, at the very least, just keep staring up and wait. So then I see the alien, tell him, did you see that? And I was like, I get shooting stars on command, watch. And then he saw one, bam. And they circled us. But I don't know how to get to the next part. I can run into battle every single day like I've been doing for years, where I get up and I go into battle because I don't know where I'm going or what I'm going to do, but I know if I at least get there, I'll keep getting the opportunities, and somehow at the end of the road, there's going to be something for me, and my life is going to have mattered. And I try to come up with as many solutions and help as many people as I can. Everyone that comes into my life, I see as a literal, I'm supposed to be helping them. But then I'm like, when I need help, very recently have I started actually getting help, which is cool. It took a very long time. It took years of me begging for help, and then people show up to hurt me. But it taught me strength. But I'm like, how the fuck do I get into he's got 100 acres. Do you know what I could do with 100 acres? I could build a box, and in that box I could have technology. You know what I could do with technology? Stock trading, content, selling clothes, making merch, networking, talking to businesses, making a podcast, live streaming from the front lines, and I could try to generate some income. Then with that, I could get a Sprinter van or a van RV. I'd have enough in gas to be able to go do things, and then I go make something different than the world has ever seen. You know, if I have a structured, stable place, then I can work out every day. And if I have the financial ability to consume enough protein to grow, then I can grow. So then I look better, I feel better, I am better, I have access to implement all my ideas. I'm not just hiding in a tiny little spark of light deep in my consciousness fighting to survive. I'm actually a wildfire burning through every single village in this godforsaken country. You know? And the guy shows up and is like, I have a 100-acre ranch and nothing on it but a yurt, and I don't even live in it. And I'm like, oh, come on, just offer it. Please, man. You don't know what I've been through. But at the very least, look. Aliens are watching us. We're on TV right now, interdimensionally, and they love us. We're famous, man. If you met me, there's a reason. So at the very least, I left him better than I found him, which is an achievement in my book. And now I'm going to go back out to the woods where there was a creature with glowing eyes that just shone its eyes like a fucking flashlight right into my fucking corneas. And I'm cold as hell. Thank you for the shooting star. That was amazing. This is all I ever pray for. One, I say, can you please give me my power back from all the people that took it? Please help me. I know I'm trying to do better, but I know that I'm a baby. Also, I used to ask for everybody's dreams to come true in the most perfect way. Help me make the album the most perfect way. But now I just asked, keep giving me opportunities and keep helping me along. I'm going to keep getting up every day and doing, shooting star, right to left, bam, right there. Right there. It wasn't a shooting star, it was some type of electrical bolt. And it goes way. This is very concerning. But I'm at 2. Okay, I had to walk through the dark and find my phone charger, which is very scary. And whatever these things are, they're showing me messages for the terrorists that sent me about what was really done to me by the evil, by the bad people. Because the stories are all about justice, but they were informing me about how bad it actually was. Because I naively and innocently see it. At the very least, please show up, somebody. Please join the live. They cut off my communication to you, but actually cut off. That was something else speaking. Because the message I was trying to say is that part of the trauma that was inflicted on me was that I lost my ability to speak eloquently, gracefully, magnificently. My elegance was taken. They stripped me of my philosophy and my mind. And that's why my words came out jumbled and jargled and messed up. It was bad for a long time. That's why I rampaged on the internet. Clipped. So what's my... Hello, as soon as we saw the UFO, my phone is fucked. I was out in the middle of the woods and I thought I had charge, and then suddenly my phone was dead. Then my phone kept crashing and now the live stream doesn't work. the camera just doesn't work. So I'm trying to fix it, but I have to get back out into my tent in the middle of the forest and hope. I panicked and set fire to a bush, not like a big bush, like one of these small spindly things, not a bush really, but a plant I don't understand. Just like a really tall plant. Because my phone died, I panicked and started setting it on fire, knowing that it's below freezing. So it's not that big a deal. The fire's not going to spread this cold. Not without like a lot of wood. Okay. I'm walking. Tell me if the mic works. We saw probably the most obvious UFO stuff we've ever seen on camera. And then now my phone doesn't work anymore. So I'm walking back into the woods because there's not really much else I can do. There's no bears because they're in hibernation. I think I am just going to leave this stuff outside. That'll at least give me a chance, if something were to get into it, that they would be distracted. I hope I made a friend. I hope that guy's a friend. I like when I make friends. It's especially really cool to find that the friends that I make are way cooler than anyone from my past that persecutes me for being crazy. The friends that I make along the way now are way, and to like the regular metrics that you would associate, like the reason that they don't like Casey is because he's homeless, he's poor, he's alone, and he has crazy beliefs. Now, turns out my crazy beliefs and my turned into real world amazing unique experiences that teach the world about the truth. And now I've become a literal trail guide through the universe. Ain't that cool? And the people that I guide are like where the people that hate me aspire to be. Like this guy who's an ex-military who owns a lot of properties and is pretty wealthy. Probably just does Walmart delivery for fun as like a side hustle that lets him drive around and be paid for it. Or like Native American nomads, Irish royalty. What do I want? I think I want my Cheetos. I want my Cheetos tonight, and I want my banana protein drink, and that's all. And I want my machete. Fuck my ex. She's a lying, unaccountable narcissist. She was a pathological liar, but because the things that I experience sound so crazy, they think I'm making it up. But I wish I recorded it, but I didn't. Now we have, like, who else would you ask for a sound mind for experiences but a basic white ex-military Vermonter? Like, I'm a homeless guy, so people wouldn't assume I'm a good judge of what's happening in reality. And then I'm going to show someone how I can talk to aliens and call shooting stars on command, and then he sees it right after he reveals to me he has Rh negative blood, which my mom has been force feeding down my throat, makes us special for 20 years. We have blood that normal people don't have, which makes us aliens. My family did not come from monkeys, apparently. We came from aliens. Which would make sense why the aliens tell me they love me and that they've known me for thousands of years and that I'm royalty in another plane of existence. But where I'm coming from, because I'm the most humble guy you'll ever meet, is like, I don't go, that's amazing, I always knew I was an ancient king. My mind goes, if that's true, how come all of us aren't royalty in our own little pocket dimensions in the infinite? If everything is infinite, then of course I'm royalty, because everybody is, because we're all infinite. And they go, that is not the case. But I don't accept it, maybe because I'm afraid of holding myself to a higher standard. But either way, Cheetos acquired, amazing experiences got. Let's hope I don't die out here alone in the woods or freeze to death. Do I have my, I think I might have them in here. Let's try to find my warmer. I would like to call him my friend. My friend got me 20 plus hours of heat XL hand warmers that warms up to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. You put this bitch, because I used to go off the $1 ones from the dollar store that don't work, and I would like hold the tiny one up to my chest. Now with these ones, you can just put them in the sleeping bag and they warm that whole bitch up for like enough time to go to sleep. Like, I'm not freezing out here. Ain't that bad. Show fire. I can't, is my camera on or what? For me, it's not showing my camera works anymore. I just see my ugly mug playing my guitar. But I'm zipping my sleeping bag up. And I'm gonna hide inside it. I'm seeing a horse farm. Everybody, I'm seeing a ranch with horses in it. Clear as day, as if I'm looking into the future. Like the same way that I look back at my memories and I can see my memories clear as day. Sometimes I see things like this place that I'm at now I saw a few months ago, and I just saw a horse farm. Which is the only thing that keeps me from suicide, by the way. I don't know if you realize it, but I only stopped trying to commit suicide because eventually I realized it's never going to work. Every time I try, it never works. I just end up going into an institution for a couple weeks. That's literal rape, spiritual torture, all the time. Energy harvesting for the Masonic institutions. And then I'm issued a chemical lobotomy that ruins my relationships and drives me further from the love that I yearn for. Like, if I hadn't gotten on lithium, I would have been in the best relationship of my life with the girl of my dreams. But instead, they put me on fucking lithium, and I was a fucking retard, and then she cheated on me, and then there was no coming back from it. But maybe that was God showing me that she wasn't worth my time anyway. And her name is the same name as my boss, and the same name as the street that I live on. So, how about them apples? Good night. I'm going to watch Queso play Minecraft.